Hi everyone, this is Professor Fleming here presenting on behalf of Professors Kurtz and Roberts for an Assignment 1 overview, Principles and Methodologies for Sustainable Design. So let's get into it, shall we? First thing you want to do is you want to go to the interweb, which has all of the wonderful things that you'll need. And I usually just type bb.philu.edu, and because I've logged in so many times, it immediately comes to my list of courses that I'm teaching. You'll see your course list of classes you're taking. And the next thing you want to do is you want to go into the tab over here called Assignments. And under Assignments, you'll see Assignment 1, SP15. I'm going to click, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it the way you'll see it. I'm going to click on Assignment 1, SP15. And here you'll see the assignment and the sample project. Do not click on the doc file. Click on the assignment file. And the first thing you're going to see is a rubric and a due date and a rubric. So if I click on the rubric will tell you exactly how we're going to grade. So for example, if you name your this should be 0 to 1 by the way. If you name your project wrong, and I'll explain how you're supposed to name, you could lose up to 1 point. You get 2 points just for giving an example of an historic event, person, movement, or invention that changed the course of human history. So here's an example. Rachel Carson published the book A Silent Spring in 1960. You get 2 points just for selecting something. And then you get 5 points for demonstrating how the specific historical event ties into a larger and more impactful societal movement. For example, the book Silent Spring by Rachel Carson spurred an interest in ecosystem health and led in part to changes in U.S. laws regarding the use of DDT. And then you have to go support the statement by going and doing some research either on the web or in the library. We would like you to make citations for where you steal information from other people. Finally, you get 2 points for assessing whether the selected historical events or movements steered nations or global society towards or away from a sustainable future. For example, Rachel Carson's book, Silent Spring, spawned a generation of people interested in saving the environment. This in turn laid the groundwork for the sustainability movement. Support this statement. So you can't just say something and make a claim. You have to come back and support it. Okay, so I would recommend that you look at this before you start the paper so you know how you're going to be assessed. The next thing you want to do is not mess with any of this stuff. You want to click on the Word file here for more details about the assignment. In the Word file, you'll see that it should open up at the bottom of your screen. You'll see a wonderful assignment here that's been made especially for you to have enjoyment. So, first thing you got to know is we're going to use the Submit Your Assignment via the Submit Assignment feature, which I will be explaining to you in this video. And you're going to be uploading a Word or PDF file. The next thing is, this is what I've already explained to you, is the assignment itself and what you're trying to do. So you're looking to select a single event, discovery, invention, person, or movement that most radically shifted the course of human history. So for example, you could say the internet most shifted the course of human history. You'd have to support that. Now, to make things a little bit trickier and to make things a little harder for you and make you think a little bit more, you have to go into this Prezi file that we've created that has already probably 200 or 300 examples of ideas or inventions or people that have changed the course of human history. And what makes it harder is you're not allowed to pick anything that is already on this timeline. The timeline that you're going to be seeing as it loads up in Prezi is also the one going to be used in our lectures in the first class, which is on the 20th, which is the date of this recording, surprisingly. So for those of you who haven't used Prezi, it takes a little bit of time getting used to how to navigate. And so I'll be showing you how to move around the Prezi file a little bit to find the information that you want to see. The key here is to, again, not pick something that's already been picked before in the timeline. Now the funny thing about the timeline is it goes all the way back to 4.5 billion BCE and goes through time all the way up to the 4 million BC, which is the age of the humans. And this little tiny little splotch here is actually the age of humankind. Now the first thing I recommend you do is click on this little guy to go to full screen. And you want to go ahead and allow that. What that allows you to do is see the Prezi a little bit better. And whoops, I'm using you can use these guys to zoom in a little bit. When you want to pan around, you click the left mouse button. For those who use Macs, I don't know what you click with that alien technology you use. But I'm basically clicking and dragging the screen like any kind of panning command. And I'm going to go back and hit this guy again. And as you see, as I zoom in, I start to see all these kind of little itty bitty pieces of information. Oh, look at this. You're not going to be able to pick controlled fire as an invention because we've already selected it. You're not going to be able to pick tools or language or pottery or weaving or clothing or cave painting. So what's going to happen is as you get further into this Prezi and you delve deeper into history, you'll see that you're not going to have a lot of options. So you're going to have to work really hard to pick the topic. Your choice is to go through and look at the timeline and then pick a topic, or pick a topic and cross your fingers and hope. Now you'll see also that some of the early inventions of humankind, such as irrigation, money, etc., all of these things have already been selected. So you're going to have to work a little harder than maybe you thought to do that. You can always zoom out here, and you can always move across the timeline of history here. And so that's really kind of it in terms of the topic. So I'm going to go back to the Word file now, and I'm going to finish explaining to you the assignment. So these objectives are what we as teachers are trying to get you to get out of this assignment, and the grading is based directly upon this. So if you go back to the rubric, you would see that this is pretty consistent. You only get 500 words, and the purpose of that is, well, sometimes we get 50 or 60 people in this class, so we want to make it easy for us to grade it, and we don't think you need many more words to support your claims. If you use footnotes and sources for your claims and for backing up your claims, you'll find that you don't need that many words. Now, one of the things that we really need you to do is name your file correctly. I see all the time students do not name their files correctly. We need this so we can later identify when the paper was completed so that we can have it for assessment. So if I was submitting the paper, I would have my last name, Fleming, dash, the number of the course, SDN 601, dash, SP, and this should be 15, so already, see, it's easy to make a mistake, and then assignment, and then the name of the assignment, we're going to call it context. So we're going to change that too. So we're just going to call that assignment 1. So that should be the way your file should look. You're going to use the template at the end of this assignment to do your paper. So don't use the rubric, and here's your template, pretty straightforward. And what you want to do is delete the rubric, which is also on your assignment tab, and then delete all of this and just have the one page for us. That would be great. Let's see, what else is there? And the assignment will be graded using the rubric, and then you'll get 10 points potentially for this project. Now there's 100 points in the course, and we find that those of you who do well in these first two assignments actually position yourself very well later on down the road. I'm a big football fan, and watching football, you know that if you win a lot of games early in the season, it helps later when you start to mess up and lose games. So I recommend you put your effort into this, especially now that it's the beginning of the semester and you're still excited about the course. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go back to the assignment handout, and I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go back to the assignment handout. I'm so sorry, which is right here. Here we go. Now, when you've written your paper in Word, and you're gonna browse your computer to upload it. So I'm going to upload a paper. I have a sample paper right here that I'm going to upload, and I'm going to wait for that to load. And you see right here, this is what your paper will look like. And notice the naming here. This is the old naming convention. It's pretty consistent. You can add comments here like, "Dear Professor, the dog ate my laptop." And then, so if you're late, "I am sorry for being late." Now, we usually take off a few points here and there. The first paper, we have a little bit of forgiveness, but eventually you'll start to see penalties for late. The other thing you can do is you can resubmit your assignment. So let's say you get a 6 out of 10. You will get the markups from your professors, and you will have a chance to resubmit one more time in order to fix your grade. Our goal is for everyone in the class to get an A, because that means that we're doing a good job educating you. So once you have your file, you can go ahead and hit submit right here, and the file will go up to, I don't know why it says it's not saved, but if you have problems with submitting your assignment, you should let us know and send us an email, and send your file by email to your professors if you're having trouble submitting. I think the reason I'm having trouble submitting is the file is probably open, or some other problem there. So make sure you close your file. Now the other thing I want to show you here while we're in here is the Grade Center. So I'm going to show you what I see as a professor here so that you can understand how your scores are going to be recorded, because you can go into Blackboard and see, once we grade your papers, your grade will show up in the full Grade Center. So you should be able to click on the Grade Center and begin to find your name, and you should see your name here, and you'll see assignment 1 is worth 10 points, and you're seeing what we see. And eventually all of your assignments will add up to a final score. If you look at the syllabus will tell you what the total score is going to be, and I'll have a separate recording for the syllabus for the online students. The on-campus students will go over the syllabus in class. I believe that's probably it, so I'm going to go ahead and end this recording and wish you good luck on your first assignment and in the semester. Thank you.